Welcome, traveler.
You have all been found guilty of witchcraft and consorting with the devil.
In our last video, we examined the history of witches and witchcraft. But where does the hate come from? The fear and desperation that would cause a community to eradicate alleged witches. In short, the hate comes from fear of the unknown, and fear of the power someone else could hold over us. While nowadays it is true that witches are both feared and respected, history makes it clear that this was not always the case. The Old Testament was among the first to mention the word witch, in a line from Exodus stating, "Thou shalt not suffer a witch to live." A verse that implies that witches are the bad guys of our narrative. Things like this have caused witches to become the scapegoat of all sorts of ills, be it death, sickness, accidents, shipwrecks, bad weather, and other natural calamities.
I curse because there is much to curse about.
When Satan takes a woman to him, he marks her. She bears that stain on her body.
And to make matters worse, the public trials of alleged witches, along with other propaganda, gave us a stereotyped version of both the character and the story that takes centuries after centuries to undo. A process that is even slower when portrayals of witchcraft in modern pop culture still, every now and then, take advice from outdated beliefs that are best left in the past. If you ask most horror moviegoers and Halloween enthusiasts, they would probably tell you that witches are without a doubt evil. To some, they're even monsters in humans' clothing. Child-eating, curse-inflicting, humanity-loathing, power-hungry scourges. However, as far as the truth is concerned, that isn't the case. Unlike what the iconic witch character frequently portrays, real-world witches are usually just normal people like every one of us. And similar to what was said earlier about magic, witches are neither inherently good nor bad. Our perception of them as scapegoats is nothing but fabricated in order to serve certain objectives. It is a good thing that nowadays people are redefining the general reckoning on witches, a movement that was arguably started by the 1950s development of Wicca, focusing more on helpful witchcraft practices including meditation and divination, further proving that as much as magic can be used for selfish reasons, it could also be channeled for the greater good. It just so happened that a lot of us were brought up with a handed-down image of what a witch is, for reasons most of us might be too afraid to question. Not all witches were, and are, women. Even the ones executed during the witch trials were not strictly female. There were men, children, and old people too. But it is also a known fact that most of them were indeed women, and that, for one, definitely affected the reputation of witches. Because of the way history viewed women, it became so much easier to paint them in such a bad light, and a quintessential horror figure was ultimately born.
And it is true, is it not, that if a woman is in confederacy with the devil and should swallow sacred bread, it will kill her? Press this bread into Verity's mouth.
Who knew that our deeply rooted fear of female power has the potential to cause the countless executions of innocent people? Yet that prejudice only proved the grounds. Had it not been for religion, more specifically Christianity, perpetuating the idea that everyone who does not conform to the predefined societal and gender norms is dangerous and evil, this symbolic violence against women might not have caught on. But I want to ask you, traveler, has the world turned a corner and can see witches for what they truly are? Or are we doomed to repeat history and kill innocence? Let us know below.
And this? Well, this you surely recognize. Thumb screws. I believe these to be the simplest and yet the most effective method of revealing the truth. And so let us begin.
Thank you for taking this journey into darkness with us. My name is Sid Myers, and this is Lore Thrill. Sleep tight.